upgrade his misfit. Pimp my misfit.
Hello, hello. ¿Se me oye ahora?
Sí.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. I'm having trouble with my headphones. Sorry, I couldn't hear or say anything. What's up? So good to see so many different misfits.
Actually, cannot decide of my PFP. Or I've changed it twice already, I think.
I love yours, Almo. It's
I love mine.
stunning.
I love it too.
I envy
Pretty
you.
epic, eh?
It's epic.
Nice.
What's going on? What's people up to?
Cool beans. You left the other space. You got a question. Maybe you can share it with us today. I mean, now in this space. If you want later or whatever.
I have no idea if my microphone works, but if it does, I just want to say you guys are doing a great job. That's all. I didn't have a question. I read everything before I joined, right? So I knew what I was getting into. So all I'm saying is you guys are doing great. The art looks amazing. Keep on keeping on, dude. I'm here.
Thank you so much. Whoa.
Thank you so much.
Nice work. Sorry for we are not English native, so sometimes we struggle with our language, with our communication. So we appreciate that you guys, that you are probably English native or mother tongue English, that you understand, that you follow, that you appreciate our job and our work, and yeah, thank you for the support. So it's 6:06, so it's time to start. Maybe like many of you have already, like you are not new in the ecosystem. So this chat, it's supposed to be an onboarding place. So it's about like getting in touch with what is WST. It's about explaining our mission. It's about how you can participate, how you can be part of the society, of the metanation. It's supposed to be also continuously in a space of continuous develop and upgrading. Like, okay, this is the first one, but step by step or like little by little, the next upcoming ones will be more accurate or will be more precise, or will have like more information to share with you. But for this moment, we just want to like show our faces, well, also our avatars, show our voices, and let the people know that we are here. That to organize what is to start with the community, and to explain what is the not the roadmap, maybe just the next steps, and for sure let you know how to participate. As I said, we can do it. I don't want to just talk, so I'm gonna do a small introduction, and then maybe we can just have a chat. Like a lot of things are gonna happen in the next weeks. Probably in 2 weeks' time, we will have a more proper explanation of how to get involved, about not only about how to make proposals, but also about how we can how you can join the project in terms of activating your values, activating your experiences or your expertise. So these two ways of getting involved will be unfold and will be explained to you, to make you know how to participate. For the moment, so far, we just gonna explain a little bit what we are. Some of you might have been on the other event that we had on Misfits, on the Misfits server. The Misfits server is gonna still be open for a while, but the idea is to migrate all the people from the server to here, because here is where the processes, the deliberative processes will take place, and where we will chat about governance, and where the token will have a news, and where the misfits actually are gonna be articulated on an operative way. So for the moment, the other place is still a place of how do you say, depurate the community. Like a lot of people will come just for the flexing of the art, or maybe they will just want to know how they can get some benefit or some profit from the misfit, and we are loving that this will keep happening in the future. We know that now the floor price is going down, normal in this process. But as I said before, the thing is that we want to build projects here. We want to create something which is huge, and it's not ready. It's not already done. It would be impossible for us to have all that stuff done. We are building from the scratch. So whenever all those things will happen, the floor of the misfits will be again growing. We love the misfits to be something identitary of the meta nation. Other citizens will come, but the misfits are going to be the misfits, are going to be the first. So they will always have some special position. We also have other roles like the OG misfits, and we also have the Genesis role, which is coming from our first experiment on Fast Love Studios. And all of these will be organized, and we will be giving different content and or different utilities for all of them. I know that some people are worried about the real utility of the misfit, but it's normal that you are concerned about that. But I really want to make a call on the fact that the misfits is a passport. I mean, you now have a passport. Like some stuff, like more maybe, let's say, superficial stuff is going on, like giveaways will keep going on. The merch is gonna be released, and you will have the option to have an exclusive merch. Some content will be just for misfits. Some partnerships will be just for misfits. We will have the physical in real life event, the first one, and maybe some others will come. But the idea is that you are becoming a citizen, and you are becoming a special citizen, like different from other citizens that will come, not in terms of quality, but in terms of symbolic position, and not it's not something about privileges, but it's something about recognition and about support. So we will always be grateful about that. And practically, as I said before, your misfit will be a different passport from the other ones, and that is something to flex for sure. And that is something we want the passport to be a kind of soul-bound token. I don't know if you're familiarized with that, but the soul-bound token, it's something that really represents your values, and we are building around that. So being a misfit, it's like a layer that is giving more value to the passport. Said this, what I'm trying to explain is that I know that many people could be anxious about, okay, what am I getting? But the idea is that you are in. Like I was giving this example before. If you have a passport of your nation, you have it on your I don't know, on your desk, or wherever, on a box, like just hidden there, just waiting for you to use it. But you don't use it every day. You just have it as an option of traveling, as an option of doing some stuff. And this is the same thing. So we are building a nation, and we have to build it. And you, as a citizen with a passport, you will be part of a lot of things that are coming. Like they are not ready because they have to happen with you. So this is what we aim to do, and this is what we would love you to be part of. So I'm just saying that the passport is always a key. And now let's start building. Let's start working. We are gonna be releasing new strategies. We are gonna releasing new processes, and we are gonna also activating some projects which that I will explain right now. So as citizens, you are part of that, and you will always be part of the beginning of this dream. Well, I don't know, you can interrupt, you can start, you can talk, you can whatever you want to say. I think that we can jump directly into more operative or more explicit content, not just well, explicit. I don't know if that's the translation, but we all know what is WEST so far. You have all the information. I don't want to go again through that. The only thing is that maybe I would like to go directly into our business model. I think that is something that happened before, that was asked before. Maybe I can just share one slide that is inside our deck, in order you to see better what the explanation is. Let me share with you my screen. I'm gonna also explain you this before. Just a moment. I'm gonna share my screen. Right. We have here like a map of what is our position. Can anyone confirm me that I'm sharing the screen?
Yes, man, you are.
Okay. So as you can see here, we are like gathering, or we are intersectionated by different areas or different how do you say, approaches of creating value. You have like the activism. This is divided, or this is explained through our main action streams, which are the activism, the fundraising, and the nodes. I will go deeper into the nodes now to let you know what we are doing now. But the thing is that we are inside these three areas as an epicenter of that, and we can be we say that we are different from other projects that just are just focused on one or two of them. So from the perspective of a nation state, as a normal or traditional nation state, you have places, so you have nodes, you have a territory, you have fundraising, and it's not exactly fundraising, but it's kind of supporting like with social policies and so on. You are helping like not only your economy but also your social agents to get developed as part of your nation. So that's kind of different, the two different streams. Like you create places and you create economic value. Then you have the non-profits, which are something completely like it's how do you say, honorable, and it's they do a great job. Actually, we have people on the team coming from different non-profits, and they help other projects to rise, but they don't have like they don't actually have any other onboarding identity. If you go to social movements, you can try to change reality. You can try to think about other world, about our other possible world, but you don't sometimes you don't have an economical impact on that. Then you have the eco brands, what we have categorized as eco brands, or socio-environmental compromised brands, or whatever, and they can sometimes do corporate activism, and they also fundraise projects. But we are like kind of in the middle of all of that, and we want to like leverage all these processes. Then, as I said, I would love to tell you how DAO is gonna be supported, about how West DAO is gonna function in terms of funding. So we have three different ways of getting funds. The first one is the founders who is David Moreno and Monica Gandia. They are the founders. They are bootstrapped the beginning of this project, and they invest like a lot of money into activating this. We are also open to other investors streams, and also to donations in terms of, as I would say later, in terms of helping different specific projects. Like, okay, you can donate to this project or to the other one. We are changing actually our website, and we will be moving to a new one in some weeks where this could be perfectly done on the website. So from the DAO, you have three different ways of getting incomes. We will be launching digital drops as the Misfits, for example, but we are planning other collections and other NFTs and for sure other products even, but in the beginning NFTs that will be related to the lore or to the narrative of the nation. Then you have the WEST token, which will be in the beginning, as I said, a social token, but it's going to be a market backed token in the future, and it's gonna for sure from a symbolic and from a more cultural perspective or value is going to evolve into a financial value also. And then you have the citizen services. So many things that we as a project with an expertise on marketing, with an expertise on arts, on communication, we are gonna also create some like educating programs. We are gonna help brands. We are gonna help other projects to get involved into Web3. So this is gonna be also a way of fundraise our community, and it's gonna be a direct impact on the West Treasury. So the West Treasury, it's our heart. It's how we are gonna activate the 3 work streams that we are planning. The main one for the moment are the nodes, and these nodes are physical or digital places where the values and the standards that we want to rise will take place. So I will now explain you the whole 4 nodes that we have. But the thing is that on those nodes, when they get mature, because we are now on an earlier stage, but when they get mature, they will have an inner economy. Like a lot of services and even products will be developed on the nodes, and this will make us. I'm talking about West. It will make us to get funds and restart the whole cycle. So this is divided into financial capital, into revenue streams, action streams, and how from revenue streams and action streams we create value. That's how we are planning our future. I want to share with you also this overview of what are the first nodes that we are working on. The first one is the flagship embassy. Maybe we can, I don't know if you have already seen the videos, but maybe we can just play it. Vale. So this is just a teaser of what is our dream. So what we are doing is working with different actors and with different how do you say subjects? I don't know. No, how do you say sujetos? Subjects. Like we are talking with architects and some people from the sociology, urbanism. How do you say socio-urbanism? To know what would be the first plan, the strategic plan to build this place. This is a flagship embassy, so it's a place where we will throw all our dreams and how we are creating this intentional community, a place where to live, a place where to visit, a place where to just stay, and it will have different possibilities, like a co-working. We want to build a regenerative farm, and we want to create like place where to just gather, to create events and so on. We also have the safe place. I'm gonna well, we are partnering with Solarpunk Nomads, which is a collective of like people thinking about how nomadism should be faced from a Solarpunk perspective, and they are developing this concept as necessary in terms of like socio-environmental challenge, and also about creating a place where you can be safe from society. So it's an inclusive project also. And this safe place, it could be similar to a flagship embassy, but it's a more simple and easy place where nomadists can just stop, get through like taking some energy, or like having an educational program, because we want to create a basement camp here where you can just learn about climatic resilience and so on. So we are now on an expedition with this collective into the Alps, into the northern Alps of Italy, and finding and scouting possible places. Actually, on Thursday we will be having a meet with them and letting you know which is the calendar, which is the places that we have already visited, and which are the plans for the future for this place. Then we have the Solar Lab. I'm not gonna play it more because I don't want to do it longer, but the Solar Lab is an artistic residence in Sao Paulo. We are we already now have a place where to do it. So we have a huge office in the center of Sao Paulo that we are now rebuilding with a group of architects. We will be also having a meeting with you guys in 2 weeks' time to let you know the status of the project, to let you know how which is gonna be the program, like the activities and so on. And this note is a focus on the value of art as a change maker, like how the art is asking or questioning reality and trying to give some new views of the future. So in this place, we will be having exhibitions, we will be having workshops, and we will be also having a scholarship for artists that could just come there and stay for a while, and
also, JJ, let's say that this will open new revenue streams, like in Sao Paulo. This place, this Solar Lab, will be token gated, and so if you want to attend any of the events, you want to attend any of the education courses that will take place there, you will need to have a passport, MISPHITS, or NFTs, that special edition NFTs that will be released for every occasion. And we're really excited about this place, and we just can't wait to share with you what we are building there, because it's amazing. Also, via streaming, you will be able to join what we do there, hopefully in the next future. So yeah, and also same in the flagship embassy, in the safe places, they will all be token gated, and your passport will be a key that will open all these secret societies. So just wanted to say that.
Exactly. The thing is that the nodes, as a citizen, you have access to the nodes. You will be having access to the nodes. These nodes are going to be exclusive for the citizens. For sure, right now they are a dream, but they are we have already started the dream. I mean, we are working hard on all of them to make them come true. They are in a different state, all of them, like they have a different status, progress status, but they are coming. Like Solar Lab is actually almost ready to be open. The safe places, we are on, as I said, on this expedition, that it will end by the end of November, and it will be closed by the end of November, when we will decide from all the options that we have which place we want to acquire. And then we will go through the treasury, and this treasury is going to be filled by different streams, as I said before, to know if we already have the money to raise it, or if we still have to open it to a fundraising process, or if we need to wait until we get more funds to finally acquire it and purchase it. So we are working from the scratch, as I said, and we are ready to join us in this process. We are gonna unlock all of them little by little. This is just an onboard call, so we will have, as I said, a safe place event next week, and then we will have one for the flagship embassy, and then we will have another one for the Solar Lab. These are gonna be just only as a presentation, and then we will be for sure working deeper on those nodes. For the last one, I didn't mention it. It's a digital node, because we already have a Voxel's embassy. We have a place. We have already bought a parcel on the Voxel's metaverse, and we haven't done anything yet here, but we are planning to use it as a digital embassy. So we will be hosting events, or we will be just gathering or making partnerships with other projects or brands, and they will be taking place there. And all of them will be developed from a mixed perspective. Like, this is going from digital to physical, and physical to digital, as David says. Like, what is physical, it's gonna become digital in a sense, and what is digital it's gonna end up in a physical dimension. For example, with the Solar Lab, all the trainings, all the processes, or even the exhibitions that are taking part in a physical place in Sao Paulo. And if you are not from Sao Paulo, or you're not planning to go there, we will do we will twin this process into the digital version of it. So we will always try to make the experience a holistic experience, a global experience. And for sure, we are like doing these things. These nodes, they represent they have a symbolic nature. It's not just that we have decided as something not connected. What we have done is to identify what are given in to us as a metanation. For example, the first one is an embassy, as I said, and it's going to be a blueprint for other embassies to be developed. The safe places is going to be a safe place that it's related to a concept that we love, which is nomadism. Not just because, as I said, of the environmental challenges and the forced migrations that will be happening due to these challenges, but also because the nature of work is changing. We are all, through Web3, we are becoming kind of nomadist all of us, digital nomads. So we need, and we urge to find a way to make our nomad life solar punk. So that's why we wanted to develop all that. And the Solar Lab is specifically developing the role of the art in the future, and how the art is creating designs, how it's designing the world, and how from this image and narrative we can just try to build them. So, and
we have a question from Melis.
Okay, sorry, because I'm sharing the screen and I don't see.
No, it's Slim Shady saying, when are the passports going to be released? They will be an NFT?
Okay, the passport is gonna be, as I said before on the other meeting, and I don't know who of you were there. The passport is gonna be a token for sure, but we don't know which kind of standard it's gonna be. Probably it's gonna be like an 1155, like it's gonna be kind of a serial NFT. But the idea is to breed them with the Misfits in order to make it a dynamic NFT, and then to make it like a specific one when it breeds to the Misfits. And as I said, it's in its nature. It's supposed to be a soul-bound token. That is what we want it to be, because a passport is something that reflects, or that from our perspective, it needs to reflect what you are. I mean, what are your values, and what is your history, which is your biography. So it's something that we want to build it from that perspective. The passport is gonna be adding value to you as a Misfit, but it's also going to be the entrance of new citizens. So yeah, the thing is that we want to release it before the end of the year, and we are working on the strategy for the Misfits, for the passport, but also on the technical approach. As I said before, we need to still understand the future of the utility of the passport. We are working hardly on that, so it will be soon announced how we're gonna do it. Well, I'm gonna kind of jump into the roadmap, like what is gonna happen next, because it's something that it has to be with the passport. The first thing is gonna be the passport, as I said, but we are also working on the token. We are also working on how the token, the native token, it's gonna be launched. We want the token to be a social token in the beginning, and then become, as I said, on the business model that I explained before, that become a token with a market value, with an economical value, and to benefit you as citizens to be part of that benefit. So the idea is that whenever the token is launched, we will be gamificating, and we will be giving bounties with the token in order to benefit, in order to give you some counterpart for your contribution to the DAO. And then this token, like in the beginning, would be just an amount of tokens that has no economic value, but it will have an economic symbolic value. So it's a reserve of value for the market, like for the market compensation of the future. We are also working on the framework of the DAO, which is quite important. We need to know which is the best suit for our DAO. There are a lot of options, and this is something that we have to discuss with you. This is something that it cannot be given by us. It should be presented by us, like which are the initial perspectives that we have, but we need to confront with you, and we need to validate with you, and we need to build it with you. So this is our next step, like to decide our voting system and how the citizen utility is going to be articulated into that. And then the last thing that is mainly important in this our roadmap is to start with the participation, with the participatory processes, and with the proposals from the community. So we need you to have a proper way to participate and to know how to give your expertise or to contribute with your value, and then for sure to get back from that from our side, to give you back from our side. This is like the specific roadmap in terms of what is of what is to come organizationally, like operatively, but we also have a roadmap which is more like what are the steps and what are the future of the DAO. You can find that on the wiki, and it's better if you go there and check it. And like that we can just move on here, because I'm talking a lot. And well, I don't know if you have any questions. It's better if you
JJ, can you hear me well?
Yeah.
There's a question from Nickname Gomez about the passport regarding the misfits. If you have, like, for instance, many misfits, do that get you different passports, or is this one-on-one ratio? This is like a question that the community has. I don't know if we are able to answer already this, or we can give some information.
We already talked about that on the other event, and we were completely sincere about that. The thing is that we already we don't have clear how is gonna be the distribution of the passport, because as I said, it's necessary to create a passport which is gonna be representative on your identity. So you're not supposed to have more than one passport. So the idea is that probably the passport will be related to the wallet. So one wallet, one passport. But we still need to know how to compensate that. So we are working on that. It's a hard strategy, and we are open also to your ideas, to your proposals. But we need to organize either that, and either if the vote is going to be related to the passport, and it's going to be related to the misfit in the very beginning, because before the passport arrives, we will be deciding through the misfits. So there is also a question about if you have so many misfits, or if you have just one misfits, how is going to be account on the voting process be sustained by that. So we are more into the idea of one vote, one misfit, one vote, but we still need to confront this with you, and we still need to depurate this idea.
As of now, are you looking on your own platform, or can we use the platform like snapshot.org for the token gated voting?
We were planning, as I said also before, to do a more we can do a whole framework for DAO, and we can also implement or set up decentralized tools like Snapshot for sure, or even Polio, or like other tools for voting that are great and they are on chain. But I think that in the beginning we have also in the wiki we have explained also how the process is going to be, but we think that it's quite complex for the beginning, and we would like to do it more in an easy way for the newcomers, for the people who just get on board on Web3 and they are not used to these complex processes. So in the beginning, probably we will be having an MVP of participatory processes, and that it would be more like voting processes in Discord, not non-token gated, non-on-chain, but always token gated, because it's going to be on private channels. So that is for sure. You are a misfit. If you are not a misfit, you could not vote. So it's not that, there's no question to that. But the thing is how to do it in a simple way, in order not to in the beginning create complex processes. But for sure, the next step, it's going to be using a discourse, for example, for proposals, or also we also have some other tools that could help us on proposing processes, like for example voice, or we can also just open a Discord channel and start a proposing channel. And then for the votes, we have a snapshot, as you said, or we can just start voting on an emoji votation, like yes or not, simple one, like a dichotomic answer, and from there on move to a more precise tool. Also for the tasks and the bounties, we are planning to use the work, which is the main tool for the centralized task dashboards and also for bounties. So it's amazing. But I think that before arriving that, we will be just opening a kind of channel as a dashboard with some tasks and with some like more simple bounty process.
Thank you. It's interesting. And yeah, I agree about Discord. It can be separated, maybe some decisions, some small decisions from other more important decisions. So I don't know, by the roles. And roles can be also related to the owning of misfits. For example, 5 misfits, more voting rights for some decisions, and for one misfit it can be some let's say not so important decisions. And for also gamification, it's nice idea, I agree. And it can be really interesting that for some, let's say, quests or bounties, you need 5 misfits, and for some smaller ones you need only 1 misfit, and so on.
Yeah, absolutely. There are different. The first thing is that for sure you have to verify yourself, and you as a citizen have to verify that you are your misfit holder, so to get the role. And then the role, if the votation it's about the person, so one person, one vote, that is the same thing as one wallet, one role. The votation would be simple. So that voting process has to take part on this course. I mean, it's a simple thing, and that's it. But if we are planning more complex voting processes, as for example a quadratic voting, which is more related to credits. For example, if you have 1 misfit, you get 5 credits. If you have 2 misfits, you get 10 credits. And then if those credits can be shared or not shared, which is kind of way of how to say, delegating your vote and so on, it's going to be a more complex process. So this will be taking part on a snapshot. There's no other way to do it here, for example. But this is something that it's gonna come in a slowly way. We are like a lot of communities just start with simple processes, with simple votation, and then voting process, and then just jump into the other in a more complex scenario.
It can be also done in Discord without credits. I would say you can make some, roles, different roles, depending on the misfits holding, and the different closed chats for different levels of, let's say, DAO.
Well, we have to check it, because we have now a new bot. For example, we have this guild bot that just recognizes your token, but not the amount of tokens. So we now have a different bot, and then with that, maybe we can check if this is possible. Thank you for the information. We will check it out.
Just sharing some ideas.
Yeah. For sure, they are very, very welcome. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I don't know if someone has any other comment or doubt. We are here for that. This is an onboarding meeting, and we are, as I said, we gave an overview of what WEST is, our action streams, our like upcoming steps in terms of organization, but also our roadmap that you can check it on the wiki. And for sure, we are, as I said, which is the more important thing, we will be releasing in 2 weeks' time a minimum process for participating, either for you to make proposals, for voting, and also from us to open some possible tasks and open in which areas we need help to onboard you on that. So these 3, let's say, ways to get involved will be released in a couple of weeks, and we will be explaining properly and so on. So for the moment, we are just we have already launched the Misfits, and we've been so busy and so focused on the Misfits and on the narrative and on the message and on talking to partners and trying to create a network. And now we have planned what should happen here, but now we have to make it clear and try to explain it in a proper way and try to unfold it for you and make it simple. We have been partnering. We have been talking with different partners. I don't know if you're interested on that, but we have the Solarpunk Nomads, as I said. We are talking with this group of artists in Sao Paulo, which are not under they are radical and anarcho group. They are not represented as a defined group. They are a bunch of impressive artists that are just under the name of Solar Lab right now. So they are getting densified as a group under the umbrella of Solar Lab. They are amazing. They are coming from different backgrounds, people working with Nike, people working with Vogue, people working with like Heineken, big brands, and they come from the creation and arts, and they are now part of the Solar Lab. And we are also working with some important architecture buffets, like, for example, Fundación Metrópoli, which is one of the it was the main architecture group developing the new urbanistic strategy of Singapore, for example. They are incredible, and they get in love with our project of the embassy, and they are going to help us in planificating the process of the developing of the embassy. So yeah, we also have you can check on our website, but we will be also opening a channel for our partners to let you know which partners are we talking with. For example, we've been talking with Impact Hub, which is a network of co-workings around the world with an ethic and an environmental perspective and approach to the business. So they are open to become a node. So it would be great to team up with them and have different co-workings all around the world, where you, with your passport, with your Misfit, could just join and use their spaces, or our spaces, and that it would be great. We are also talking with we've been talking last week with Traditional Dream Factory, which is an intentional community also developing their own farm in Portugal, and we are partnering with them because they can help us on many different things, and we can help them also in other like communication. And we've been talking also with Nation 3, which is another network state, and we were talking also about sweeping some tokens and trying to help us in our token roadmap. So
there's also, sorry, Juanjo, about Nation 3. There's something really interesting about network states that, for instance, Nation 3, they are working and they have already deployed this system of laws and this court, and they will share with us. So what they are building will be soon, very soon, available for all the citizens of West. And also we are in a kind of United Nations group, but it's digital nations. There's network states, and we are all in this cooperative mood. And that means that everything that is built on any of these network states will be shared to all the rest of the nation states, which is great for me. And also we are, as you said, we are working on many different levels. I very often use this analogy about Disney World, because we are working on the dream and we need to sell the dream, but also we need people to shake Mickey's hand. Hello there. There's someone with mic open. And so, as I said, we are also, I think this is a big difference with many other projects, because we are working on both levels, and at the same time we are working on this narrative, this lore, this blue chip marketing, and all the collaborations and stuff. We are getting our hands dirty, literally, and we are also building the physical things. We are building the digital and virtual things, and we are building bridges between both, which will be gradual at the beginning, and we won't be able to see stuff done in the first months, but it will gradually become available, and it's a great concern of mine that people get real utility and meaningful utility. I mean, I don't want to provide meaningless or useless things. We want to provide real utilities to the people, and so in this regard, that's why, for instance, we are working with this world network of workspaces, in which you will be able to have this membership through your passport, and you will be able to enter to any of these workspaces all over the world. They are almost in every country, and so we will partner. We will have some owned physical spaces, some real estate or territory owned by West, co-owned by all the citizens, but also we will partner with a lot of partners that have presence all over the world and that already have some services, some facilities that will be also available to all the citizens.
to say it's a really awesome idea to have partnership with co-working places all around the world, and mostly I believe it's interesting to have such places in let's say Dubai, maybe let's say in
like
many of the countries
crypto.
very popular now related to the NFT space.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Great
Yeah.
idea.
Well, I don't know if any of you have any other question. I apologize for some maybe not being so fluent on the information, but we are coming from another event that took place on the server or on the Misfit server where we already we really appreciate your support, and we want you to know that we are in the very beginning. Projects on the table. As they say, Rome was not built in one day. So this is the same thing. We are building the new Rome. We are building a new empire. We are building a new future of how the nations should be. This is just like an artifact. It's like a way of like making noise and demonstrating that like it could happen, and from there on our objective, our purpose is to like getting some diplomatic legitimization. So in the future we will be also talking about that, but before we need to set up the structure as an organization. So we need to get organized as a community, and then I don't know if someone was angry about that. Yeah.
I don't think he was just angry. I think it was just an angry kid shouting in the crowd.
Yeah, it was clearly a proof of potato.
It was me. It was me.
Nations.
No problem, Marius. No problem at all. It's nice. It's nice to know that you are here, that you guys are here, and that you have that you are people. I mean, that's POAP. Proof of
guys.
potato.
Well, I want to say hello. It's my first time talking here.
Really good having you here.
I found you for pure casually. I really like what you're doing, what your values are. I just wanted to say because I love what you're doing, but I don't know what are you doing to spread the values of the Misfits. Like, what are you doing to grow on the crypto community, and what are you doing to spread the Misfits values? I mean,
yeah. Well, the thing is that what we are talking about right now is the way that we believe the Misfits will rise their value. I mean, we are not into those strategies of crypto logics, like perverse logic of the NFT ecosystem. We want, and we are completely like concerned about the value of the Misfits, but we don't believe on the Misfits as a financial asset. So we think that the Misfits, they took the form of an NFT, of a generative art collection, because it was the most suitable way for them to become for the citizens to have an identity. So we thought that it was an amazing approach for the citizenship, and we need also for sure the logic of the NFT to onboard as many people as possible on the beginning. And we don't want you to be disappointed of the value of the Misfits, for sure, but the Misfit has an inherent utility, which is to become the builders of the metanation. So if the builders and we all create meaningful projects, and we are able to create what we are saying that we want to create, absolutely not on everything at the same time, and we will be little by little doing things. But if we, for example, finally get our safe place, and on the safe place we have a base camp where you can just go on a summer and have a training on climatic resilience, or you can just gather for a solar punk festival, or whatever happened there, it's gonna be for sure giving value to the Misfits, because the Misfits will be the entrance for that. So if you want to become part of that, if you want to become an active subject of that, you will have to find your asset, and you will find it also according the traits and according the personality and the attitude and everything that the Misfits are showing off. So we think that the value of the Misfits are gonna keep growing in parallel of how West is going to deploy and is going to activate all the plans. So for sure we are acknowledged of how the value of an NFT can just go down easily. And the thing is that our marketing is going, and our strategy of communication is going directly into give to become a showcase of our activities in West, and make the Misfits be relevant through that.
Okay, that's good, guys. Also, I have some questions about, well, I already asked it about the passports, but I was thinking like it could be really nice if you, for example, well, one of the things that makes me really interested into this project is the notes that you were gonna make. This is like the dream, I know. It sounds fantastic, but to build all of this, it takes time and it needs hands, you know. It needs people to be ready to collaborate, to create it. And I was wondering if it will be a nice idea maybe to use the passports that you're gonna do. Like, I don't know if you know the webpage, like for example, where you can do volunteers and stay in a place for an accommodation and give you some food, for example, for helping in a place, like for example, Workaway or these kind of things. If you start if you do these kind of things to find people that wants to, because I think your niche or your focus of people, I don't know how to say it in English, like I mean
your
like
target, your target maybe.
Exactly, the target will be more like in people interested in nomadism, no, like people that so if you start like going into these places also, and also to grow the crypto community, it will be really nice to start doing some collaborations with crypto projects that match with your values, also like trying to move people to the Discord, trying to move people to here, to talk, to participate, to communicate. This will be really nice.
Absolutely. I mean,
yeah, don't worry about that. We do have that in mind, and as I said before, we are building solid foundations, and in these beginnings we wanted to take away noise, but we will use shortcuts, we will use our connections, we will use influencers. You will see how we will deploy our marketing strategy. I think it's one of the things that we know how to do best, and things will get big, you will see. But we need to grow. We need builders, as you said. I loved what you said. We need builders in this first stage. We don't need flippers, because
Exactly. That was what I'm going to say, because right now in the community we need to find the owners for each misfit, no?
Exactly.
The real
That's
owners,
right.
the people that
That's
really
right.
want
That's right.
to
I
use
said,
it, right?
I'm really happy to buy back to any of the current owners of Misfits that are not happy or are not keen on building or on participating, because it will be just noise, and we're not here for profits. I mean, this is what we want to achieve, and that's why we need to grow, being very wise. And yes, it's gonna take time, but it's gonna be worth it.
I wanted to add, Melies, that you have an incredible approach. That it's what you have already said is probably one of the main questions, like who are you talking to, and who are you onboarding, which kind of people are you onboarding. We what in the beginning we wanted to touch or to knock on everyone's door, but this is not useful. This is not this is like an incredible effort and has no return. Or not, it has no proper return. So finally, we identified that we have two different main targets. The main one is like people that are very into solar punk, very into regenerative cultures, very into like grassroots organizations and like activism and so on, but they have no idea of Web3. And these people are builders, these people are amazing. So we are talking also to all those communities. We are talking also to these leaders on that areas, because we want them to come into Web3 and to recognize in Web3 a way to make their impact bigger. So that's how, for example, we will be performing a better development of the nodes, for example, because as you said, we need people living, for example, temporary or definitely living, like we need stewardships on the community that will be there, that will be taking care in the beginning, and then like maybe in the beginning it's just a temporary staying, like 2 months or just in summer, but then we will be making it longer and longer. And so we need those people, but we also, the other target is like more Web3 people that are on Web3, but they don't know about actually solar punk and about what is this new approach to the future and whatever, but they are open to them. So like trying to make them fall in love with this project and convince them and migrate them into this. That's why the NFT collection was kind of that also, like, okay, let's try to find people on the NFT ecosystem, and then from them try to depurate and try to filter them and find all the ones that can join us, and then the others will go, no problem. Others will come. Others will come. It will be there, and others will come.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because for me it was the second one. I saw you on OpenSea on the first day. You make like the top 3 or something, and I saw the project there, and I was like, oh, that's curious. Let me see about it, and I read about it. Oh, it's nice. I like it. So I came from the crypto place, and I think you can find a lot of people in this place also. But for doing that, we need to start like moving the NFTs. With people that wants to move it.
Yeah, correct. And then also you said something, and let me just underline what you also said about the work stay and that stuff, like work away and all these things that are networks for working on farms and all that stuff. They are completely aligned with us, and we want, as I said, for example, on the embassy, it will be a intentional community developing that project. For example, the safe place would be just a place where nomads will go and gather, but maybe there will not be people living for a long time. But the embassy, yes. So in the embassy, there is an option, and in our strategic plan, there is an option of what is called work and stay. Like, okay, you can come work for the community and get some utilities. I mean, other people, for example, would be just tourists in terms of, okay, I just want to stay here for 2 weeks. Okay, you pay and you stay for 2 weeks, and then we get money from that to the common treasury. Then you will have the citizens that will have a special stay, like, okay, I can just go and reserve, for example, the first week is going to be free, or you can have a minimum price, or even you don't pay. It will depends on the economic logic that we create, but it will be open also to tourists and so on. So there are like many things, many dimensions of many layers of connection with the nodes that will take place. And for sure, we want to partner even with, for example, I don't know if you know, Fair Airbnb, which is a network also about like fair way of staying in houses. And we want to be part of that as a node, as a place where people can come and stay. So like there are many things and many partners that we can partner with to make this a more profitable and a more like solid project.
Okay, thank you very much for answering me all of that. I just wanted to end it with right now I'm considering to do it. Well, as I told you, I'm a nomad. I'm also a nomad. I move around the world.
Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia. I'm from
really?
Colombia.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and the last 3 years I spent my time traveling through Europe. I was in Spain, I was in Barcelona, in Madrid, I was in Sevilla, in Valencia, and
Nice.
one of the things that I did a lot was like doing volunteers in places, like helping communities, helping people.
Yeah.
And I think this will be really, really nice to this kind of project, like to the safe places for the nodes you want to create. You can find easily people that wants to help you, that wants to collaborate with it, and maybe you can give them, for example, a passport in exchange or something.
Yeah.
Like this will be, well, I have a lot of ideas that I can give, and I can collaborate with the project, and I'm super enthusiastic about it. So count with me for it.
Nice.
We're happy to count on your help.
We will be developing a project, like an account project process to contact all them. Then we maybe we can just talk about that in the near future.
Good, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We will onboard and we will partner with established nomad communities you all might know, and that will accelerate what's happening, and that will make the utilities available for anyone independently of where you live. So yes, but all this will happen in the next few months, and as Juanjo said, Rome wasn't built in one day.
Well, guys, I think it's time to close this space. It's been a very interesting meeting. We loved to have you here, and maybe we can just keep talking on the channels. You can find us also. You can direct message us. And then we will let you know more info in the next days. You know that on Thursday we will be talking about the safe place, and we will be talking with solar punk nomads. We will show you our status of the status of the project, and see you over the server. And feel free to ask everything you want. Feel free to just propose whatever you want in a more informal way for the moment, and then we will be like announcing how to do it in a more proper way. Yeah.
¿Qué dice?
Show yourself.
Potato. ¿Qué dice Juanjo?
Nickname. Well, yeah, it's time to leave. Thank you so much for you for being here. Thank you so much for your support, and flex your misfit. Flex it until you die. No, come on. Flex.
Will do, bro. Will do.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Bye bye. Have a nice afternoon.
Obrigado.
Bye.
Thank you so much, JJ.
Bye bye.
Thanks everyone.